Alright, welcome. So, getting on the build for the F-22 today, and the first task on this T1 F-22 is to fix this. So I had to cut the flap off the wing because they glued the hinges in so bad that if you brought it down, it would spring back up, and it took a lot of force to bring it down. I mean, and considering these have like no mechanical advantage on them, it would burn up a 500-ounce servo. So, and what makes it difficult is they make these hinges, looks like they're G10 hinges with like a, almost like a, it's a pin with like a press pin in there, kind of like you would a rivet, but it doesn't even look like that. Like you could almost probably push this pin out, but once it's in place, that pin's not going to go anywhere because it's kind of inside, which is what sucks, is because it's not like a Dubro hinge where you can pull the pin out and you know, redo it that way. And these being G10, they're going to be a pain to cut out. So I kind of, gosh man, these are, it's hard to see, but yeah, it's kind of trying to focus on me. Let's do this. Let's go bam. Yeah, I need to get a new camera, man. This thing's old as dirt. It was top of the line back in the day, but that was like almost 10 years ago. So, but anyways, so this is what's got to go in. One side goes in the wing, and one side goes in the flap. And the way they have it right now, this part is actually in the flap. So you've got like, it would stick out like, so this is the end of the wing, the edge of the trailing edge of the wing, so this actually sticks out of the wing about that much to go into this to give it room to pivot. So it'd be like this. So if this is your, you know, kind of the end of your wing, and your flap is kind of starts right here, it actually is suspended out into space and works like that. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It'd be nice if it was all the way in closer and then like this, and then your pivot point was like that. That'd made life easier, but it's not. So the problem's gonna be is getting these guys cut out, because I mean, you're talking that much into the flap, and they're not very thin, and this stuff's hard as, it's hard. I mean, it's like carbon fiber almost. But, so I phoned a friend, and they said use these little diamond. I've had these diamond Dremel, however you want to say it, heads to kind of slowly grind them out. So these things are great. They cut great, but they clog super easy. So this is going to be a chore. So we'll see how this works, and if I get to a point where it just can't get them out, I may just cut beside them, drill beside, and just glue these hinges in one, you know, just a little bit to the side of it. Cut these down out of the way, you know, on both the wing and this, and then just kind of come in next to it and glue in. That might be the best way to do it anyways, but I'm gonna try to get these out. And then what I'll do, I've been kind of trying to think about how to get these things glued in and aligned properly where it doesn't do what they did and actually functions normal. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I've kind of marked where the pivot point is on this, and I'll obviously check that once I've got the, you know, everything cut out and the new ones kind of test fitted in the wing. Is I think I'm going to take the hinge, clamp it to a, not, you know, like a straight edge on a table, and clamp these secure and make sure these are perfectly aligned, and then put them in this and glue with these hinges clamped to the table. That way I can make sure this thing pivots as the glue's setting up, and tweak it if I need be, and that way, being on a straight edge table, it'll get these, you know, about as 9 degrees as I can get them. You know, because you can kind of flex them down and then use that to kind of get you, you know, if this is completely vertical, it gives you that 9 degrees, and whatever angle it needs to be to work. So that's kind of my thought to this. That's the only other way I can think of of getting in other than just sticking them in, throw some glue in there and kind of like holding it in place, and as it sets up start flexing it and hope these things move into a position that when it cures it still does the same thing. So we'll see. But that's kind of what I'm working on right now. So I'm going to stop the video and start grinding and see how this goes, and then I'll update you. But after this, get this done, then it's kind of the servo install, more of the traditional stuff. So yeah, so you guys take it easy, and let me get to this and I'll get back. I'm not gonna sit here and Dremel this on a live video because that would just, I think this is gonna take a while. So you guys take it easy, and I will be back soon. Cheers.